This is ICO Talk with Jurgen Welsink.
Hello, here Jurgen Welsink from the Cryptocurrency Academy. I'm here together with Eli Budara from Trecento and the whole new company. So can you explain a little bit can you explain what do you do?
Okay. So we are an asset management company. We've been created in 2011. We are a classical asset management firm. We manage actually 250 million in two funds, one in robotic, one in healthcare. And because we are seeing that the huge interest of institutional investors to go into blockchain, we are building a new asset management company fully dedicated to invest into blockchain projects. So our goal is to build new tools, new way for institutional investors and wealth investors to invest in a regulated and safe area in blockchain projects.
Okay, so that's also direct clearly the target audience is people with a bit more money than just the regular investors for ICOs who are going in there for like a 0.1 Ether. So you're aiming at the more high profile clients. Is that correct?
We're aiming at people that needs people to manage their money. So you can be a small investor, you can trade if you want, but maybe to diversify your strategy and to be safe, you will need like professional of investment to manage your money and get you like almost a guaranteed return. Be sure that you're going to have a real return with your money and not play with it. So our goal is targeting those kind of people. This is like for the retail. And the main thing that we are doing is build our fund in a regulated area. So all the big players can come into blockchain right now. It's mainly retail investors that are into blockchain since 2 or 3 years, but all institutional investors wants to come. We are trying to make them come and make the same strategy for those institutional investors, but also for small retail guys. So you will have a platform where anyone can be able to give money to the funds, no minimum, no nothing. It's just that it must be in your strategy, investment strategy.
And basically, I will join your network. You have been running an old you have classical fund already. What were the average returns? Can you say something about that?
So I cannot give you all the numbers because this is not my field of area. But I can tell you that the track record is really good. We've been elected by Financial Times like one of the best asset managers in Europe. We have a really good growth. And right now we see that all the hedge funds and all the funds that are working on blockchain are not applying all the regulation and all the risk management that they should do right now. So our goal is simple: bring the professionalism and the trust that all big investors give to us into the blockchain universe.
Okay, so basically you're transitioning your conventional business to a new model, which
bridging the gap.
Bridging the gap. So just for example, you also have kind of companies at the moment who, for the people like me, I have some cryptos and I want to change them into fiat. So you have some companies who have like a credit card, and that's also bridging gap. Only this is for bigger capital and bigger gains.
Yeah. Because right now, like I told you, it's mainly retail investors that invest into cryptocurrency. But when you will have a family office, a fund pension, or insurance that will come into blockchain, they will bring like 10 million euros, 50 million euros by investment. So those kind of investment are really needed into blockchain. And when they will come, it will bring a huge amount of money. But to manage this money and to be sure that you invest in not in any scam or in a real project, in a real company that will generate revenue, this is like this is a job to understand how it works. This is a job to understand what the team is, what is the market, is the fundamental are yet to prove, or is it everything is okay? Our job is to manage all this.
Okay, and I'm looking at the circle over here. So I see fund of funds,
Yeah.
which is basically just conventional investing. Is that correct?
Yeah, so there is, like I told you, 200 hedge fund right now on the market.
Yeah.
The idea is those are working great and making good return. So we're gonna work with them to invest money in those kind of funds. Like this, you can have a diversified strategy and a diversified allocation. So our main goal is not just to make a new fund. Our main goal is to follow the life of a company. So that's why we make 4 funds. So when a company needs to make its ICO at the beginning, we will buy into the private tokens during this ICO. After that, we're going to trade this token with our trading fund and try to maintain the price of the tokens. Later on, few years later, those kind of company will need to grow and to have like some massive investment, to develop a new country, new project. And that time we come with the venture capital fund, so we take equities on those kind of company, and we build the fund of funds mainly for our investors, so they can be diversified and lease the risk.
Okay, and I will go because probably you have a soft cap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
5 million.
5 million, and hard cap.
The hard cap is 20 million. Our token is at €1. We don't want to be a penny stock, so we don't want to make a 10 cents token that will crash just after being online and goes at 1 pence for the whole life. Our goal is really to maintain the price of the token, but what is important is that the token has no the utility like usual. The token will allow you to have free fees during the management fees of your money. So, for example, if you invest €1,000 in the ICO, during the next 2 years, you will have 1,000 free management fees. So there is no chance to lose this money because you keep your token, you can resell it whenever you want, but you are on the list as an ICO investor, so you are allowed to claim €1,000, for example, free fees of management fees.
Okay, so if I look at it correctly, basically, I will put in my fiat money.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ether
Or I can also. Oh, okay, yeah, that would be my next question. I can just I just can add equity, which can be in crypto or can be in fiat. When I enter the ICO, for example, €1,000 or €10,000, I bought off my management fees for 2 years.
Yeah.
And which basically and that way you will kind of control what you and make a return on investment on the equity that I put into the fund.
Exactly. So you will need to give us money 2 times. You will need to give us money during the ICO, so you will have the free management fees, and after you will need to give us money to manage into those funds. Yeah. So for this money that we're going to manage, because you went to the ICO or because you are a token holder, you will have free management fees or discount on the management fees.
Okay, but do I understand it correctly that if I will put in 10K?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will have 2 years of management fees. After those 2 years, if I still have the tokens, I still can sell those tokens as well.
You can sell it directly after the ICO. Just being part of the ICO, being on the list of the ICO, gives you the right to claim your free fees. So, for example, you invest 10,000. The day after we are listed, you can sell your 10,000. No matter if you keep it or not, you have the free investment fees during the 2 years. So with us, you have no lose of your money because we're going to give you 2 years of free management fees.
Yeah, so basically what I put in, I will get back in twofold,
Exactly.
and I will have the tokens.
Exactly.
Sounds pretty interesting.
This is a win-win. Yeah. This is a win-win situation. When you make an ICO, basically people are making revenue for us. So they give us the money to develop the company and everything. So we want to give them, okay, you give us money to build this company. We're going to give you back this money by doing our core business, by doing our core activity. We are going to give you back this money at least 2 times because you have 2 years of management fees up to the amount that you invest in the ICO.
Okay, that sounds interesting. One of the things that I'm also peculiar about, how many tokens will be sold in total?
Okay, so this is one of the strengths, I think, of our ICO, is that we are not making the supply before the ICO. The whole supply will be listed after the end of the ICO. So basically, the team cannot manage, for example, 20 or 30% of the circulating supply. It's only when the ICO is finished that the team and advisor will have their token. So right now you have a lot of ICO. For example, let's say I create 1 million tokens at the beginning of the ICO. The team take 20%, so I have 80% of those tokens to sell. But my ICO doesn't go as well as expected. Okay, so we burn half of the token that hasn't been sold. At the end, the team has 50% of those tokens circulating supply because they have the 20% of 40% that has been sold, so it's like it's like a huge problem because the allocation and the circulation supply is on the team side. So we solve that problem by giving the team an advisory token only based on the real amount we raised. So right now, I don't know how many tokens we're gonna have. It will all depend on when you come in, how many bonuses we give to you, and how much we raise at the end of the ICO. Based on that, the amount of token will be defined.
Okay. That's clear. Okay, I think we got a lot of information. I will also request some more information. We can put it on the website and then share it. Share it with everybody. Also, concerning the articles on Financial Times and things like that. That we will also. It will be
Everything is on our Facebook, Twitter. We have a Telegram running 24/7. So don't hesitate to come and ask questions to the team. We are here to answer you.
Yeah. And besides that, if there will be arise some questions later on, we contact you.
Exactly.
So Eli,
Thank you very much.
lots of thanks, and
make the blockchain great again.
take care.